totally ridiculous. Public bring HAZ&MEG down a peg as being conceited, getting less thumbs ups. Pair join Gordon Brown and 126 others in attack on self-defeating nationalism, pharmaceutical monopolies and inequality. Prince Harry and Meghan, the actor Charlize Theron and the former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown are among 130 signatories to a letter lambasting wealthy countries' approach to the COVID-19 pandemic, labeling it immoral, entirely self-defeating and also unethical, economic and epidemiological failure. The signatories of a powerful open letter published on Friday cautioned that the pandemic is not finished, and that the failure to vaccinate the entire world was due to self-defeating nationalism, pharmaceutical monopolies, and inequality. An estimated 20 million deaths from COVID-19 in the past 2 years had been avoidable, according to the letter, and while leaders in wealthy countries had become complacent, billions of people globally remained vulnerable to the virus and are facing severe illness and death. The letter, coordinated by the People's Vaccine Alliance, comes on the second anniversary of the declaration by the World Health Organization, WHO, that the coronavirus outbreak had become a pandemic. Former and current leaders of 40 countries, including the former president of Malawi Joyce Banda, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan, and the former UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, are among other signatories, who also include business leaders such as Paul Polman, former head of Unilever, and EasyJet's Johan Lundgren, as well as leading economists, scientists, humanitarians and religious leaders. Banda said, "Let us be clear. This pandemic is far from over in Africa and across the world. We are seeing, with each day, thousands of avoidable deaths." The letter urges world leaders to fund the next stages of vaccines, treatment and testing, and provide protective equipment needed by healthcare workers around the globe. Current vaccines may not work against future variants, the signatories warned. The UK, EU and Switzerland were singled out for continuing to block a waiver on lifting intellectual property rules that would enable the redistribution and scaling up of the COVID response. In October 2020, India and South Africa sought a temporary relaxation on WTO intellectual property standards. It has the support of over 100 countries, including the United States and Australia. A few pharmaceutical corporations retain the power to dictate vaccine supply, distribution and price, the letter added, and have the power to decide who lives and dies. It was up to world leaders, and particularly rich countries, to change this situation, it said. The letter comes after Amnesty International claimed last year that 6 pharmaceutical companies that had developed COVID-19 vaccines were fueling a global human rights crisis, citing their refusal to sufficiently waive intellectual property rights, share vaccine technology and boost global vaccine supply. Previously, royal experts addressed the rare rehabilitation opportunity Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been offered. This claim has been made by royal expert and commentator Jonathan Saccardotti. He got candid over it all while speaking with the Royal US and was quoted saying, "I don't personally imagine Meghan coming to the UK very easily. She may prove me wrong. But people here have such a low opinion of her, if not both of them, these days that I think she'd be very brave to come back to the UK. I do still say if they could come back, and if they could not be front and center, keep it quiet, but just come back to help celebrate this milestone for not just the Queen but for the whole country, for British history." He also added, "Then that will probably be very nice and it might rehabilitate them somewhat towards the British people. I don't really think that's their style anymore. They don't like to do things quietly, they don't like someone else to be the center of attention when they're around. I think that where Harry and Meghan go, it's the Harry and Meghan show, and I think that means that it probably would be better if they didn't come and steal the limelight from the Queen. But who knows, let's watch this space and let's hope that if they can come they'll do it in a nice way, and that it will be an opportunity for the whole family to enjoy being together and to put all that behind them, being together."